Okay, so here I am at the Pentland Hills. Now, I left my microphone in the car, hope you can hear me. So this is the Pentland Hills Volcanics. Ooh, big spider. Let's have a look at that. And I nearly went into the web. So anyway, bye-bye spider. So here we have the Pentland Hills Volcanics. You can see the exfoliation. A lot of it is like onion type, like a that you find in a intrusive igneous rock, like a granite. So this is actually a basalt, and it's supposed to have olivine phenocryst. Maybe in this part of the formation it doesn't. But what we can see, so I don't know too much about this formation, but what I see is that there's different flows. Like this is one flow, another flow, and this is probably a weaker part of the flow where it's probably been eroded in between the two flows. So the age of this rock is between Cretaceous, they say, to Eocene, so about in between 70 and 30 million years ago. And okay, there's a lot of spiders around here. So it's supposed to have a lot of olivine in it. So I'm not too familiar with pretty much this type of igneous rock. So I'm just guessing here. It could have been fractured, and also where it's been fractured, it could have been easily eroded, because that seems quite eroded rock. Right on the surface, I don't really see much of the original material, the basalt, in the actual rock. You can see it's quite a reddish brown colour, so it does contain a lot of iron, so it's been leached quite substantially. But in the vesicles you can get some calcite and magnetite or magnesium type of crystals. I've never seen any. So I wasn't expecting to see any of the outcrop, really, because a lot of this outcrop's covered by soil. And I'm actually at so we have sunflowers down there, so this is a sunflower farm. This is just pretty much an exposure. And I'm looking for a good piece of rock to take home. So how I interpret this is you got erosional features here that's been weathered, and then you have another flow, then the top of it's been weathered again and partially eroded, then you've got another flow, and it just seems to go on and on and on. So that's what I think this flow is. This is an exposure. It's been dug out for some reason. Maybe they wanted to make a dam. So before or after this video, I will make a video describing the actual outcrop. So you can see I've broken it open. It has a lot of magnesium pseudofossils. So I don't think there's much of the original materials. So that looks more like a basalt. But as it's been leached off a lot of its minerals, a lot of the iron's been left behind. So that's it. That's basically the Penthouse Hills Volcanics. Okay. And here's the soil. It's pretty much red because there's a lot of iron in it. So this behaves a lot like a igneous rock with larger crystals, which has got onion-shaped exfoliation. It's not like the actual basalt in a lot of places I've seen. Anyway, over there we have the Bacchus Marsh formation just across the road, and where the hills are is the Castlemaine group, which is Ordovician. So there's a difference of about 340 million years between that formation and this. Okay, so here I am on the geological map of Bacchus Marsh. So in this clip you can see Bacchus Marsh in the centre. So how I went to the Pentland Hills volcanic area. So I went from Melbourne to the Western Freeway, so we go around, and it's the TVO. So if you see on the map, this formation is TVO. So that is the Pentland Hills Volcanics. You see it's quite extensive. It overlies the blue that you see there, that's Permian rock, which is the glacial deposits. And while I didn't visit most of this area, you can see there is quite an extensive covering. You've got TVO that overlies the Permian, and a lot of the TVO has been eroded. The TEW is following the water courses, so that's I haven't looked it up, but it's probably just glacial till. And if we go over to the map, okay, so you can see O is Ordovician, slates, shales, siltstones, blah blah blah, has graptolites. P is tillite, sandstone, pebbly sandstone, mudstone, pebbly mudstone conglomerates. Shows, yeah, faulting. And this is where the Balang graben comes in. And it also has Glossopteris fossils at Bald Hill. TVO, alkali, olivine, basalt. It has lots of other information that you can see there. Just you can see crop. And if we go up, TEW clay, lignous clay, sandy silt clay, yeah, commonly ironstone with plant fossils of Cinnamonum flora. So I don't know what genus that is. I'm definitely going to look that up after I finish this video. So you can see it also has fossils. So if we only some of these formations are named. You can see Bacchus Marsh formation. The O is usually classed as a Castlemaine group, but obviously it's not named on this map. So we go back to where we were. We have lots of TVO. So this is the Western Freeway. And if we go to Pikes Reservoir, so if you go on the Western Freeway, you will see this is clearly distinct. There's a bridge going over it. And where I actually saw the outcrop was up north. You can see the crosses. So those are quarries. A lot of them are in the alluvial deposits. So, and there's really not that many in the actual basalt, the TVO. But if we go to Pentland Hills, we can see we've got Pikes Hill. So the place where you've got the picks with B, so that's a basalt quarry. So that's where it was in the sunflower field, which contains the basalt quarry. So that's why they didn't actually plant any sunflower. So this is open to the public while they've, planting sunflowers. So if you're a geologist, take someone out to see some sunflowers and you can see this field. And here we have the Bacchus Marsh formation, which is P. And as you can see, it's constrained by the Glendale Fault in the south, in the north, Coimade Fault. And we've got some other faults to the west and east. But this fault is unnamed. And it's hidden. So it might actually be there, it might not. Some of the faults shown, but you're probably struggling to actually see it because most of it will be covered by vegetation and soil. And if you want to go to another quarry, SS, so sand and silt most likely, that's basically where you can actually see a good outcrop.